under this floor.
And so it's a real nice to be here actually, because it's not often that we get to be on set at the same time as having a press conference as well. And like I said, welcome to London. I'll start, of course, with the director, which is the reason why we're here, Mr. Bazmee. I want to ask you, you've made a lot of films over the years, of course, but this is your first film in London, is that right?
Yeah.
And what do you think the synergy is with the Indian film industry and London? I mean, a lot of films are shot here. How come you've never been there before? Was it story, or is it just a choice of wanting to shoot elsewhere?
I think I was unlucky because मैं बहुत बार शूटिंग पे आया हूँ यहाँ पर, and I love this place. बहुत मतलब आया हूँ मैं, मुझे लगता है कि मैं पूरे वर्ल्ड में जितना घुमा उसमें सबसे ज़्यादा मैं लंदन में घुमा, और शूटिंग करने का मुझे कभी मौका नहीं मिला. ये फर्स्ट टाइम बिकॉज ऑफ माई प्रोड्यूसर एंड अर्जुन एंड अनिल जी, ये सब लोगों ने डिसाइड किया कि यार लंदन शूट करते हैं. एंड आई एम वेरी एक्साइटेड बिकॉज लंदन में सिर्फ हम लोग लंदन में नहीं और कैंट में और काफ़ी ऐसी जगह शूटिंग कर रहे हैं जो आज तक मुझे लगता है कि जितनी फिल्में बनी हैं वो ज़्यादातर सिर्फ यही बनी है. इस तरह के लोकेशंस जो है वो बहुत कम आए हैं. तो इस फिल्म में हम लोग जो है सिर्फ लंदन नहीं, लंदन के आसपास जितनी जगह हैं वो दिखा रहे हैं, और प्लेस इज सुपर. और गुरुद्वारा में हम शूटिंग कर रहे हैं और जगह जहाँ कर रहे हैं. मुझे लगता है कि ये एक अलग ही लंदन दिखाई देगा इस फिल्म.
Brilliant. Thank you so much for being here. It's very nice to know that Hindi films have had such a great synergy with London and England itself over the years. And you've shot here many times, of course, over the years. What do you think the synergy is with the Hindi film industry and London itself? Is it to do with the diaspora of the community here? Do you feel representing them will help make the film a further success? Or is it just that there's stories to be told of families based here?
A long history,
between Great Britain and India. And it's hundreds of years, so obviously after so many years, there are so many stories to be told. This side of the world in Britain about India, and in India about Great Britain. So now that both the countries are coming so together, and this year is a very, very important, it's the 70th year of our independence. And as you know that Great Britain and UK and India have this special year where culturally and and fashion and films and entertainment and heritage, everything we all this is a year which has been is an important year, and we're very fortunate that this year only they should for our film Mubarakan, which the story is about British Asians living over here. And as Anil said that this story will, when people living over here, not only the British Asians living over here, but I think even the citizens of the actual British people when they see it, they'll be able to identify and really enjoy this film. It's a family drama. It's a kind of, not a drama, it's a comedy, family, it's a combination of everything. So this is a kind of a story which is, I think, it had to be told, and had to be Great Britain, and these kind of synergies will keep on happening, And I think I've shot quite a few films over here in London. I think important film which I really shot over here was Lamhe. So I have, great memories of Lamhe being shot over here. That also, I think most of the film was shot over here. My portion was shot over here. It was shot in Rajasthan and London. And but this film, almost 85%, I think 85% is in London. Almost 85% of the film is in London. So that makes it very, very unique. And it's part of the story. And coming to your question, that I think both the cultures and, there are so many things which we have so organically adapted, where food is concerned, where technique, technology, emotion, friendship, history. I think it's blurring. Everything's we all are really coming together, and slowly and steadily we are trying to understand each other more. And whatever happened in the past, there were so many conflicts which happened between both these countries. But how the world is now shrinking, and we all are looking at positivity, and both our countries believe in liberalization and all communities living together, all religion living together. That's, I think, what makes both these countries so unique. Yeah.
Fabulous.
He's actually excited to be in England because just see how good he looks in this weather.
Well, I look good in every weather.
All seasons.
Just see the glow.
Actually, I was going to ask you the next question. In terms of the fact that you mentioned, that many films have been shot in London over the years, and in England as well. But we, as the kind of British Asian community, over the years have seen the general kind of, not to pinpoint any particular company, but the Dharma Yash Raj kind of productions of us living in 15, 16 bedroom mansions and helicopters landing, coming back from university. I mean, how much of a escapist
There,
take?
the film you're talking about, they came here and cheated it as Delhi. That's a different...
Sure, but I'm saying the
different
representation of British Asians was always been this kind of high level.
this film is about you. It's about anybody sitting here. This film can happen, this situation, this scenario can happen to any British Asian family living over here. So it's too early to discuss the story, but or the content at this point. But genuinely, it's a film that will connect with all of you. Everybody has family over here. Everybody has the cultural mindset that is deeply embedded. Our older generations came in much earlier. So there is a new age philosophy that's there with the youngsters, and there's a family upbringing as well. So it's sort of set in that situation where you respect your elders, you respect certain situations, but yet there is the fun of being a younger character out there for both my characters at least. So I think when you see the film, you'll relate to all the situations that we have because it's deeply embedded in the family system. And I think most of us living here, as in most of you all living here, the family values account for a lot when it comes to taking big decisions like getting married as well. So it has a tongue-in-cheek take on marriage, it has a tongue-in-cheek take on cultural conflicts that can ensue, issues within the family that can come up because of circumstances, and how it's dealt with in a typical fun fashion when there is a director like Anil Bazmee involved. So it's a very nice take. I think it's something that you guys will all enjoy, and I'm hoping everybody across the world enjoys, because we try to be honest to the environment that you guys have all grown up in over here. We've tried to set that up. That's why we've chosen to shoot the entire film here mostly. We've not tried to cheat it by putting up sets in Bombay and just taking big wide shots. We are doing everything here. So whether it's a gurudwara, whether it's the houses, whether it's even the actors, the supporting cast. There are so many actors from the British local community that we've taken, the technicians, to genuinely give it an honest commercial setup where you guys will feel connected when you see it.
Arjun just mentioned actually, Athiya, that there's a lot of local UK talent involved in the film as well. How is it different working with people from India, from Bombay, and different from working with, say, actors and actresses from this country? Is there any difference? Is the kind of energy the same, or is there a real different approach to the style of cinema acting?
So this is my second film, so I still have a lot to learn. But I think everybody has a great energy. Everybody is working together really well. And they're adapting as well to the way we work, and we're trying to adapt to the way they work as well. But I feel like it's a happy family even on set, and everybody's having lots of fun. So yeah, it's not very different, but I just feel like they'll have a lot to bring to the film as well.
Correct. And Ileana, I know that you guys have been shooting in like the Gurdwara and Gravesend recently and stuff. What's the reaction like with having kind of you guys in town, in sort of inner England parts, as opposed to just central London, which is what we're synonymous with seeing in Hindi films? How has that been? How's the reaction been?
I actually was really surprised when I saw the Gurdwara and Gravesend. It's massive, and I think I've explored almost every room in the place. It's huge, and I was like, there's so much work that's put into it. It was my first time inside a Gurdwara as well.
Right.
I'm trying to say Gurdwara, but I think I'm saying it really badly. So
No, it's perfectly fine.
But it was beautiful.
She's part of the British cast.
And we can say Gurdwara from
No, but it was really nice. Yeah, it is. We've been practicing it, and I think we've been failing miserably, which is why we doubt when we go back to cover up all the mistakes. But it's been fun, it's been nice, it's been, I thought it was going to be really far off, but it's actually a really nice drive. You know, driving about an hour and 10 minutes away from our hotel is not too bad.
You think the M25 is a nice drive? Really?
What?
Have you been to Mumbai?
This is true, at least you're still moving, right?
Yes.
Yeah, at least you keep moving.
Oh, it's terrible. I mean, a 40-minute drive in Mumbai is like, you're going to kill somebody. But
That's just to get to next door.
yeah,
Yeah.
sometimes. But it's really nice. It's a nice bunch of people. Like Arjun was saying, we've got lots of British Asian actors that we've incorporated in the script, and our cast, our main cast as well, is so big. And we've got you know, Anil Ji, who's amazing to work with. His energy is unbelievable. What a player! And he's just fantastic to work with. We've got Ratna Ji, is awesome, and you know, all of us as well. And it's just lots of fun. We've got the little girl gang. You know, she's introduced me to Shake Shack, which is unbelievable.
Wow.
But
Yes, fine dining.
Yes. All the rules of life is you want to really find
The
out.
seven-course meal that you enjoyed at Shake Shack.
oh God, yes. Oh, we got you something there.
No, we did
No, you guys finished.
Anil Ji, if I can come to you before I open up on the floor. Now, what we do know about this film is that both of you are playing turban-wearing sardars in the film. I saw something with you. You turned up with a very similar haircut to Arjun had for a little while, just before you started shooting this. And it was something that you said on camera. You said, I wanted to have my hair like this for Mubarakan, but Aneez has told me that I can't, I have to wear a turban. Was that a real genuine situation where you wanted
He
to...
couldn't believe by mistake I'm looking slightly better than him in that set. I wanted to complete at that point.
No, but, you know, obviously I was shut down by Aneez. I tried my best to convince him, but he said, no, I want you with a turban.
Great, great. Okay, we're very short time, so I'm going to open up the floor. Erica is floating with a mic. Where can we start? Yes.
Hi, my name is Shabnam Savi. I work for Sunrise Radio. It's a delight to see you all here. I'm going to start with Anil. I ought to say Anil Ji, but you can't say G to someone who's been your heartthrob throughout your growing up years, so I'm going to stick with Anil. Firstly, we know that your comic timing is absolutely impeccable. You have it nailed. How is it for you to work, A, with family, B, with the new generation, as it were? And to Aneez ji, मुझे ये बताइए कि कहा जाता है कि Bollywood में it's easy to make people sad, make them cry, make them sing and dance. It's very hard to get your